Hello girls and boys, how's it going? About 6 months back, I made a video where I said the markets are going to crash. A lot of you called it fear mongering. Well, 6 months have passed and the data is in. What happened is both worse and better than what I had said. Now, why better? Because the market didn't crash as hard as it was expected to crash. Now, what is worse is that the market actually split in two opposite ends. One end is where the salaries are flat, no increments, barely hanging together. The other end is where a new set of jobs emerged, which were very high paying, which are very high agency jobs. So the market completely split into two halves. In this video, I'm going to talk about first the hard data that has come in. Then I'll talk about a skill by skill bloodbath of what is going down and what skills are coming up. And then finally, I will talk about an escape route from all of this stuff and some new things which are coming up. And then finally, I will give you a way in which you can immune yourself from all of this, because these ups and downs, girls and boys, will keep happening over the next couple of years. That is how the economy is. That is how the markets are these days. So a lot of content jam-packed in this video. Let's get started. Alright, so let's look at the hard data that has come in. Now, not surprisingly, all of you know this, the total hiring in the year 2024 to 2026 from an India perspective is down by 30%. You guys know about this, that's not a surprise for you. Now, what has happened is the data says that especially in June 2026, the active open positions have been a 28-month low. That means that in the last 28 months, this is the least number of positions that we have had. And specifically from 2025, they are down 17%. Okay? And as you can imagine, the worst hit for these are the freshers, which 44% drop year on year. So if you're a fresher and you're not getting calls, girls and boys, it's happening with everybody. It's the market trend. It's not just you that it is happening with. For the experienced folks as well, there is layoff, there is no raise. So they are also getting squeezed. They are not left out. And in average, 1 in 3 openings from 2 years ago is gone. So that's the current state of things. Now this looks very, very gloomy if you look at it this way. Now, because we are not a fear-mongering channel, we are not the guys who spread negativity. I'm here to give you just the reality of things. Let's look at the other side of the situation on what is happening with enterprises. Now, one big question obviously is why the heck is all of this happening? And of course, you can blame it on AI. Now, let's go to the other side of the room and figure out what is happening in the enterprises. So the CIO, the CTOs have started asking the question, where is the ROI from my AI investment? Why is my implementation still very slow? And why am I not seeing results from my AI Jingbang? And why is my adoption also slow? Now, these are questions which are not new. For any new adoption, we have seen this happen all along. For folks who have been around, when Agile came in a bunch of years ago, 15, 20 years ago, all of this happened. Again, when DevOps and SRE came in and picked up about 10 years back, all of these questions started happening. And as a result of all of this, the difference is the Agile and the DevOps adoption took years and years and years. That's why these questions were slow to come. The difference is AI adoption much faster than these two. Now, because there is so much money riding in all of these, the Anthropics of the world, the OpenAIs of the world, the Microsofts of the world will not stay quiet, because they have to make this AI business work, because there's a ton of money loading here, right? So what happened then? they started creating new roles. What kind of roles? Roles like the FDE, the forward deployed engineer. We have spoken about this role, the FDE role. That came in new. Is it really new? No, not really. But are they presenting it as new? Absolutely. I have a detailed video on forward deployed engineers. You can check it out. Also, what these companies are doing, they are creating their own layers so that they could go to market and provide the ROI of this AI thingy. If you want me to make a dedicated video on how these companies are creating their own thing to provide ROI, let me know. 3 biggies, and I'll make a video on that. Now, let's talk about specific skills. Let's go there now. Alrighty, we looked at the data. Now, let's look at specific skills and what is going on here. So, if this is the median, now let's see some skills that are dropping out. For example, SaaS, ERP, skill dropping. What does it mean? Things like SAP, Salesforce, even I'm tempted to say the likes of Oracle, dropping out, not their best period right now. Why? Because the concept is that all of these are bulky, very, very high license cost. There was an entire de-SaaSification movement that came about a while back. Didn't really succeed, but still these skills are not at the top of the game right now. Second one, generic mobile development. You know, the Android, the iOS, not very rosy right now. Why? Again, because similar things. You know, who is ordering on the mobile? It's all agents that is going to happen in the future. The biggest one of that, generic software development. What do I mean by that? That if you're a basic full stack, front end, back end developer, under threat. Now I'm very carefully using the word generic, which means old school development. If you've learned the agentic way, then this is gold. I'm not talking about that. Then again, in the similar vein, generic things like Java, JavaScript, those kind of things. Why? Because the models are very, very good at writing this, both of these, because the training space in both of these are extremely good. Again, similar vein, generic Python. Now, if you're good at Python from a data standpoint, that's different. I'm talking about the commodity layer here. That is what I'm talking about. These are the skills which are going down. Now let's look at what's going up, and I'll do some fun thing. One of the most coolest thing you've heard about is this thing, loop or prompt engineering, going all the way up. My point here is, if you don't understand the basics of software architecture, don't jump in at learning loop or prompt engineering. It won't help you. Similar thing, a lot of people are now talking about platform engineering. Very, very high growth skill. It's great, I agree, but underneath platform engineering is the basics of DevOps, cloud, SRE, all of that thing comes underneath platform engineering. So double click on that and then go for that skill. It's not a skill per se. My favorite, AI models. So learn this new trick from Anthropic, learn about this new harness from Anthropic. This is the way in which you should prompt your model. I say BS. Why? Because before I can learn how to prompt a model, the model itself becomes 5 times better. So there's no point of that at all. And then two of my really, really favorite things. AI ML. सर मेरा 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, AI बहुत आ गया, मैं AI ML सीखना चाहता हूँ. बहुत बढ़िया. What the heck does it mean? There is no skill called AI. There is no skill called ML. No skill called ML that you can learn and pick up in 2 weeks. People spend their entire careers learning ML. They have double PhDs learning ML. What the heck are you talking about, dude? Another one like this. Data science सीख लेता हूँ मैं. मतलब क्या है? Tableau कर लेता हूँ. Similar vein. Doesn't work. So some of the skills that are in the market that you'll see a lot of videos about, but you got to double click on them, and then some of the skills which are going out. All right, So now that you've looked at the data, you've looked at the skills, let's talk about something exciting. Something which is happening quietly on the side and something that you need to pay attention to. What's that? It's called a GCC. What's that? A Global Development Center. What does it mean? So for example, let's say there is a bank or there is a retailer somewhere in the US. Now, traditionally, what they've done is they have tied up with Wipro, Infy, Cogniz of the world, and they have outsourced their work. And that work gets done from one of the outsourcing companies or the service providers from India. So they use the Indian talent, they save out on their cost, and that's how they've been operating. Now, this new model, relatively new model, is where they stop outsourcing to any other company, and let's say a Target or a Walmart or let's say a bank, they set up their own delivery centers in India. So the folks who get hired are Target or Walmart employees and not somebody working in TCS, Wipro, Infy for Walmart. It's not that, right? So that's the difference. That's the difference between GCC and offshoring. Now, typically, GCCs pay between 20 to 40, 50% higher than what these services companies pay. Now, why the heck would you do that, right? What's the point? I'll give you the reasons. Number one is they cut the middlemen, because each of these services companies, because of their own frameworks, because of their own abilities and capabilities that they add, they put a markup. Now, if you have their own GCC, that markup goes away. So, the GCCs have more money to pay these guys. The second one is you are now a value center, you are not a cost center. What does that mean? That because you're directly employed by the company, you come on the company's payroll and you're not seen as a cost item in that company's books. So many million going to Infosys, Wipro, TCS is not that. It is that our team in India, our team in Europe, our team in LATAM is costing this much. So it's a very different mindset of cost versus value correlation. The third thing is the culture difference. And that is why GCCs pay you more, because they are recruiting you to fit into their culture and not retrofit through somewhere else. Think about that. And if you've not started hunting or reading about GCCs, that is something that you should focus on, because that is a great escape route that I spoke about, where you will work directly with the enterprises, getting a whole lot more money, but they need a different level of skill sets, which I've already covered in the past. Now, if you're excited about GCCs, comment GCCs rock, and I know that you're with me. All right, so now let's talk about something interesting. Now, if you think this AI bubble will go away in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, girls and boys, wake up and smell the coffee. ये कहीं नहीं जाने वाला है. In fact, things are going to get worse before they get better. What do I mean by that? That something new will come up, and this speed of innovation is only going to increase as we go along. So whether you're a fresher who's just passing out of college, or you have 10 years of experience and you're wondering what the heck to do, or you're like me, 20, 25 years in the industry and trying to still stay relevant and ahead of the curve, this is the section for you. How do you beat this constant up, down thing? By doing something which will take effort, which will take time, which will take blood, sweat and tears, but will get you immune to all of this. I have been working on this for the past couple of years, and I can tell you from my experience, I'm not there yet, definitely, but I'm getting there. Number one thing, and the only thing that matters, it's called build your agency. Agency is the key word. What do I mean by that? Which means do something. Doesn't have to be software, anything could matter, but something which has agency, which means something that you will be known for, something that you can make money from, and something which will give you creative satisfaction, whatever the field it is. Now the question is, ये सब तो ठीक है भाई साहब, पहले ये फंडा आया कहाँ से एजेंसी वाला? If you've not heard of Naval Ravikant, Google him after this and listen to what he talks about building an agency. I think he's the creator of this word or using it in this context. Let me know, type Naval Ravikant agency If you know, I'll make a dedicated video just on this topic. It's fascinating talk. So point is, build your agency. अब करनी कैसे है मैं बताता हूँ. ओ नहीं, ये तो पुराना है. हाँ, 3 things. First, something that you love to do, which means I love to watch soccer. These days World Cup चल रहा है. I love to do that. You should be good at it. वहाँ प्रॉब्लम हो गई. I can't play soccer, so this will not work. So I love creating videos like this, being creative and coming out with different ways. Are you good at it? Oh, bloody good at it. And it's coming from 20 years of experience. So this matches. And the third thing is, somebody should be willing to pay for it. How is that relevant now? I just launched an ebook. Hundreds of people are willing to pay for it. $3.99. Small check. I did a 100K event in Pune. 2,500 rupees ticket. Lot of people came in. Another acid test. Now I might launch a bigger course, which is 15,000-20,000 rupees. A lot of people will come in for that as well. Something that you love to do, something that you're good at, and something that people will pay for. That's the trifecta. Now you can think of it as an ikigai triangle, whatever floats your boat. Terminology relevant nahi hai. What is more relevant is, figure out these 3 things for you. If you're not sure, try them out, try different things. It doesn't have to be software. It doesn't even have to be making videos, creating your brand name. It could very well be a new flavor of vada pav. For those in Maharashtra, they will understand. Recently, about a year or 2 years back, somebody started selling thecha vada pav. What the heck is that? Thecha is like a very spicy chutney that most Maharashtrians make at home. This dude combined thecha and vada pav. New variation, super duper hit all across the place. Could be something like that. Who knows? Something that you love to do, that you're good at, and most important, people are willing to buy. And that would be building your agency. I hope this excited you for what you can do in the future. See you in the next one. And type in the comments, build your agency, if you want me to talk about specific ideas across the spectrum that I've seen people do it. It's fascinating. See you in the next one. Cheers. ये हथौड़ा कहाँ से आ गया यार बीच में? पता नहीं, पढ़ा था. I put it in the video. I think it made sense. What else? See these ones. Oh yeah, I can use one the other side. So this I'll keep. This I can keep. MACDs, thank you very much. All of these are done. I've reused them. ये सब रख सकते हैं, नेक्स्ट टाइम यूज हो जाएगा. एंथ्रोपिक वाले भाई सब भी हो गया, सब सेट. ओके. एफडी तो बिकेगा बार बार, अजय डिवोर्स भी बिकेगा. अरे पीछे भी लिख दिया, ठीक है, चलेगा. ओके. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर डबल यूज्ड, है ना? हाँ, दीज टू आई कैन कीप. रीयूजेबिलिटी बाबा, रीयूजेबिलिटी. क्या सही मौसम है यार पूना में भी. इट्स माइंड ब्लोइंग.